Today's video is sponsored by OneFootball. Get all the latest updates from the Premier League and hundreds of other top fixtures from around the world, as well as the latest scores, videos, fixtures, stats, and more for everything related to football. Link is in the description. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Master League. Now really winding it down, we are into May. That's right, May of 2019. We have got Arsenal today and Man City. So that's what I'm hoping for, to have the two matches, back-to-back action. And if you haven't seen the last game against City, it was another one of those matches that it was crazy. Crazy game. I won't ruin it, as I don't like to do that if you haven't watched it. Obviously, I'll talk about it later, but if you have a chance, pause this video, go and watch that one, and then come back to this. So we have an offer for Fred from Everton, just to sort of give you guys a bit of an update of what's been going on. Douglas Costa has become a maestro, and then the first leg right there, but I don't want to ruin it, so I won't talk about it. Anyway, let's have a look here at Fred and what's happening. There's an offer for Harry from Real Betis. Well, that's not going to happen. Definitely not selling him. And elsewhere, Fred, we have... so you're telling me that Fred is far superior to Harry. Wow, that's a lot. It's a lot, to be honest. 31 million for Fred in PES is quite a substantial amount. I mean, I'm tempted there. Fred's not a bad player, but for that kind of a fee, we could probably bring in someone a lot better. Martial, no, we're not going to worry about him either. I don't want to be selling him. Definitely a player with a lot of quality. Fellaini, I mean, he's not really impressed me, so he could be going out, really. It depends what happens. But anyway, today's matchup, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Arsenal game that's coming up. So this is the lineup. There's all the players that are ready for today. Stamina's good. I know we do have the Champions League match coming up, so the stamina's going to go down. But, you know, we are 3 points behind Tottenham. If Tottenham lose today and we win, we would go ahead of them on goal difference as well, giving us the top four at the moment. So, you know, this is one of those games. If I lose today and Tottenham win, then there'll be just no point in the last couple of games just to really basically get fifth, and that's it. But we've still got to win today. I still want to win this matchup. So we're going to bring in Sanchez on the right, Matic, Pogba, Harriet. Costa's playing relatively well. We'll start him with Lukaku, who's been banging them in lately once again. And then there's your bench, resting him. So for the next matchup, should we put Fellaini on the bench? Yeah, we'll put him on there instead of Pereira because he's down. I've got something in my throat. Got to clear it. Alrighty, so let's get into today's matchup. Last game against City, I started off with man marking, which was a bad idea. I had to change that. I don't know why I decided to try and man mark the wingers with Nacho and that. And all that did was pull players out of position. So I'm not going to be doing any man marking apart from maybe, Ozil as attacking mid, as Matic is sort of going to be free roaming around there. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, let's dive into it. I hope you guys do enjoy today's episode. Be sure to hit that like button right away. Subscribe for more. And we have two big games. This is the first of two. Let's see how we do. So we're back at Old Trafford. It's a beautiful night, has to be said. May time. The weather's not too nippy, a little bit mild, which is always nice. But Man United lying in fifth. Arsenal are third place right now, just ahead of Tottenham Hotspur. So they probably will get a top four now, Arsenal. But still, they want to maintain what they have, try and close the gap possibly on Liverpool. And Manchester United just want to keep a good run of form going. So Man United get the ball rolling, attacking from left to right, Arsenal from right to left. And they're going to be buzzing, Manchester United, aren't they, after that performance midweek against Manchester City. They were 2-0 down. Somehow clawed their way back to not only 2-2, but go ahead and win the match by 3-2. But the defending by Man City in set pieces was extremely suspect and quite disappointing, as Paul Pogba goes on a wonderful run. And Tess Leno early on here at Old Trafford. Look at a quick feet by the Frenchman, who went one way, skipped round the other, so almost flicked it round the defender, and getting a decent strike away too. Well played, Nacho. good strength and good pace. Matic has got Luke Shaw the other side and finds him. Pogba. Lovely football by United, laid back towards Romelu Lukaku, nearly in. He has been banging them in as of late. For a while he was a little bit of a cold spell for Lukaku, but once he does get going and once those balls start getting played through towards him, that's when the goals come. As Aubameyang has a go. And David De Gea, who also has been brilliant lately, forced to make the save. With a really good strike by the centre forward here. Just took 2 touches, hit it. Now for that corner. Arsenal could play the short. They do play the short. Mustafi. Delivered in. Flicked on. There's the header. So again, David De Gea saw it well. Harrit. Pogba. Lukaku. Tried to find Douglas Costa. Now Arsenal bring it away. That's a good idea. Aubameyang. Well played Lindelof. Tidy defending. And now Arsenal have got some players slightly out of position. Luke Shaw through the middle to find Pogba. And he's held off his man. A foul could have been given there. Not given. Flicked over. Harry towards Lukaku. What a save on the line by Leno to deny big Romelu. Great football as well by Man United. They worked it so well. I thought Pogba had won himself a foul initially. Either way, if it was an advantage played, it was played well. And there's a deflection. Lukaku doesn't want to tire himself out for that Manchester City game. But it does mean in the Champions League matchup that Manchester City, a 1-0 would not be good enough for them. That's a great ball over the top. And how on earth has that hit the bar? Well, I thought Aubameyang had all the time in the world here to nod this in. This is a beautiful ball. And right here, how on earth has he missed it? It's good play by Manchester United. Alexis Sanchez. Well played Mustafi. Alexis had a bit of a hard time this half down that right-hand side. But it is goalless at half-time. But you'd probably say Arsenal having the best chance of the match, hitting the bar. So Arsenal begin the second half. Chances were, there or thereabouts in the first half. There wasn't a ton of them, but the chances that were there were pretty convincing and good enough to possibly score. But for some good goalkeeping and a crossbar as well. Here's an early chance for Arsenal, and Aubameyang not caring in the world whether he has a spectacular effort or not. I mean, it was audacious, and if he had scored, well, probably goal of the season. Douglas Costa to float this one in. It's a tantalising ball off the line. So many chances this season United have had cleared off the line from set pieces. Goalkeeping has been different class there. Pogba. Costa. He was waiting for it, wasn't he? Here comes Aubameyang. To Iwobi. Arsenal have defended pretty well for the most part. They've made it hard for Arsenal. That's a good idea. Aubameyang is through on goal. He doesn't have any support. Great challenge by Hernandez. And then he just clears it away. Trying to hit a red shirt. He couldn't. And here's Mustafi. Ball through the middle. Aubameyang! And David De Gea denies him again. So United make a change with Rashford coming on for Sanchez. Arsenal once again looking for that short. They've had quite a few of them today. Fed forward. Ball over the top. It's a great ball over the top. And this time it's the former United man, Danny Welbeck. Unable to hit the frame. Good play by the Gunners. Another ball over the top that's causing United the problems. Welbeck disappointed. Massive bounce. And players falling over each other. And Douglas Costa gives it straight back to Arsenal. But as he was saying, Arsenal lying in third. They've performed when they've had to perform. Oh, that's a bit of a foul there. The referee plays the advantage. It's going to be Pogba. But straight to Leno, who's had good hands. Luke Shaw back to Harrit. And where's the marking? And Harrit goes down. Brilliant challenge again. Such good defending in today's matchup, though. You really have to credit it where it's due. And here is a chance now. Aubameyang's got options in the middle. And that will do. They'll take it, United. A foul in that situation because Arsenal had players forward. And it's another foul, this time in a dangerous position. And a yellow card for Nacho. And I think rightly so, where this was. Well, can Arsenal put this in the back of the net? That's going to be the question. Yes, they can. Emphatically done. Normally it's United scoring. This time it's Arsenal. And that very well may be the winning goal. And it is Mesut Ozil. We haven't really seen him all game, but when you need him to step up to the plate, it's a fantastic free kick. I mean, initially De Gea moved over, but still couldn't get close to it. So that's how it's finished. Arsenal stealing it in the 88th minute. Conceding from a free kick. And as we say, normally it's Man United taking a win from some sort of a set piece. Not today. It was reversed. And ultimately, Arsenal, although they didn't have the possession, did have more attempts, better chances, you feel. They probably just about deserved it. Man of the match was Leno, though, in goal. So the other results from around the globe, I really want to see that Tottenham won, to be honest, or I'll be annoyed. Chelsea drew against Fulham, so we will at least stay 5th. Man City beating Newcastle. Are you serious? Are you serious? Tottenham lost 4-1 to Leicester City. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day now, I'm going for the Champions League, isn't it? I mean, Liverpool beat Southampton, but it's just typical. I mean, we really could be 4th pretty comfortably at this stage if we won a couple of those games, but it just hasn't worked out for us. But it's fine. We're putting all our eggs in one basket now. We're going for that Champions League matchup. As it stands, City win it. Liverpool 2nd. Arsenal will, at very minimum now, be 3rd. We stay 5th. Chelsea a point behind us. Pretty close. I mean, 8th to 9th, there is a 9-point gap, but otherwise, 4th through 7th place, you're looking at 5 points separating them. And there's your bottom of the table. So Hernandez has been training with his mindset of mastering offensive fullback. So he's managed to develop that now, which is good to see. So we'll head into the second leg of the Champions League. And obviously, this is one of the missions now. If we win today or get a draw, even if we lose by 1-0, which I don't think it's going to be a 1-goal matchup. Very difficult in this kind of a game, a derby. We will complete that mission of getting into the Champions League final. So it's fine. We move on from the Arsenal defeat and we try and basically win today. And then the last match there, or the second game against Liverpool, will be in the next episode for you guys. So who will make it into the final? That is the ultimate question. Yes, we did fail that rivalry matchup. I keep failing missions. I want to at least get one of them. So today is the day to do it. So let's have a look at the lineup for today's matchup. Okay, so for today, I'm actually thinking, strategically here. Obviously, we have the lead, okay? We have the advantage in today's matchup. So, we're going to start Fred and Matic. I'm going to put them both defensively minded, DMFs. I mean, we're basically going to be playing their 5 centre-backs. I mean, not completely, but that's the premise. Because, Man City, they have to go out here. They have to win. They've got to win by at least, or they've got to score 2 goals. 1-0 will not do it for them. If they win 2-1... I don't think that's good enough either. So they have a lot to do in today's matchup. They've made a couple of changes as well. I mean, they've brought in Gabriel Jesus up top instead of Aguero and Kane. That's an interesting one. De Bruyne goes to the bench. Bernardo Silva comes in. Gundogan got in there with Silva and Delph. Stones at the back today with Laporte. They've got Danilo on the right, and Ederson does come in goal today instead of Bravo. So that is the lineup we are going to go for. I'm going to start like that. Bring in Rashford up top, Martial on the right. I could start Odriozola, but I'm going to start Martial today. And if we need to make changes, we can do that. Let's play him instead of Nacho today because he is slightly down. Who do you want to leave off? Valencia can stay there. Pereira instead of Fellaini? Sure, because Fellaini I'm not feeling Fellaini at all. Alright, so that is the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Let's get into this match. Hope you guys do enjoy it. And, yeah, once again, another prep talk by Luigi that they expect nothing but a victory. Nothing! There's no excuses today. We get out there, we perform, we head into that Champions League final where we'll probably take on Tottenham. And that could be the time to get revenge for the season and not finishing in the top 4. Anyway, hope you guys do enjoy it. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Let's get into this one. So the second leg of the Champions League semi-final arrives. The first game was a cracker with 5 goals. Today, I don't think it's going to be exactly the same because Manchester United know they have the lead. It's important that they defend well as a unit and attack when they can. But Manchester City know they need at least 2 goals today. Otherwise, that's enough and they're done. So Man United start today's game coming off the back of that disappointing defeat against Arsenal. Once again, the consistency just not good enough. I think that's been their main problem this season. Consistency-wise, they'll go on a bit of a run and then they'll randomly lose. And it's disappointing. Next season, maybe a different story. Marcus Rashford on his way back there, starting today. It's been a while since Rashford has started. Manchester City need a big start today. Here's Mendy. Lovely feet by him. Bernardo Silva, who has got a good left peg. And Sané with the left-footed volley. He did score in the first leg. Actually gave City, I think that was the 2-0 lead at the time. That's a tough one to execute. David Silva. Nice bit of football. Aguero and Kane both on the bench. Quite surprising that Pep Guardiola didn't decide to start either of them. Maybe even both of them. But we'll see him later, I'm sure. Giving Gabriel Jesus a chance to show what he can do. He's actually started off quite well. Man United need to get rid of this. Luke Shaw falls to the floor. And then he wins the second challenge. Man City piling on the pressure. Delivered in towards the near post. De Gea's there. And Matic will get it away. Here comes Martial. You can go with Rashford. The Cruyff turn. Lovely play by Pogba. Back to Anthony Martial. How about the delivery? Lukaku's gone for it. Well, like Sané earlier on in the match, but a bit of a better effort. Forcing the save by Ederson, his first of today. And now here comes Manchester City. Could play this one through to Gabriel Jesus. And they do. Well played, Lindelof. Man United risky there. Pogba tides it up to Matic. Manages to flick it on. And now a chance for Martial. Rashford calling for it. Finds it. Didn't have the strength though to get past his man. 10 minutes to play till half time. Bernardo Silva bringing it forward. Up against Bailly. Looking near post. Oh, Sané has smashed the upright. Oh, the crossbar. A let off and a half for Manchester United there. Got to defend better than this. I mean, they've got so many players back, you would expect them to. It's actually fallen kindly to Pogba. Outside of the boots, a good one. Martial lays it back. It's going to be Pogba. Hit it really cleanly. Ederson forced to tip it away. Suddenly, this game's alive. Man United with another chance, and this time it was into the arms of Ederson. He doesn't hesitate. He's off and running. Hernandez He finds Fred. Pogba, nice little turn, and there is your half-time whistle. Man United now 45 minutes away from advancing to the final. So no changes for either side. With 45 minutes left. At least the only way this can go to penalties is if it finishes exactly the same as it did at the Etihad. And if we get 5 goals in this second half, well, it'll probably be one of the best halves we've had. So there's an early change. Aguero on for Gabriel Jesus. Interesting that that's being made now and not at half-time. We've only played 2 minutes. Maybe the manager forgot. Pogba swinging that round to Martial. Lovely touch, and he's on his bike. Rashford's in the middle. Sorry, Lukaku's in the middle. Martial could lay it back. Decides to go square. Did have the option there of trying to find Rashford. Here is Silva. Overlapping run's a good one, but Bay will tidy up. Martial flicked on by Rashford. Lukaku. Matic has seen the space and time here of Luke Shaw. Oh, and he couldn't get past Danilo. But this is the kind of second half we're going to get here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be much more open. City have to take gambles. And that's going to be a foul, surely. From behind, no. Kun Aguero. Sané. He continued the run there, the Sané, and he has found some space. He's hit the bar again for the second time this game. Once again, Matic this time taking too long. The ball's fed out wide. It's not a good ball. And there's a lot of space out wide, but they couldn't find it. Now here comes Fred. Pogba powering forward. Lays it out wide. It's going to be Rashford, and he's fluffed it into the side netting. We'll play Danilo. Silva again. Plays it through the middle. Aguero trying to hold off his man. David Silva with a strike. Still United leading 3-2 on aggregate. As it stands, heading through the Champions League final. What a ball that is over the top. Bernardo Silva. Well, Man City today, they've just been disappointing finishing-wise. I mean, Bernardo Silva here, he could have took a touch. He's trying to hit this, but it was far too high for him. So Man United are making 3 changes. Harit, Odriozola, both coming on, and Sanchez. Denier is going to float this one forward. Good touch by Aguero. Well, David De Gea has been the most consistent United player. Harit falls to the floor. Fed out wide. Sané looking for Aguero. Able to turn. Well, they're having chance after chance now. Just not taking the chances. Which will, it'll disappoint Pep Guardiola in the end, because just been all over United today. Here is Harit. Rashford wanted to go one way and then the other, but showed too much of it to De Bruyne. Aguero's on his bike here, but well read by Fred. Talk of whether he'll still be around in the summer. Well played, Alexis. Wanted to go one way, then went the other. And Sanchez continues the run. And Man City have been caught out of position, forcing Ederson to make that save. Not quite sure the result in the other game, but Tottenham did win 3-0, as we know, in the first leg. So Valencia are going to need some sort of a miracle, you feel, to get themselves into the final. We've got 1 minute to play. De Bruyne. Silva, he goes down. Referee plays the advantage. Flicked over the top. Aguero was there. Cleared away by Lindelof. It's come back out to De Bruyne. Man United are all over the place here. Finally get it away. And there is the full-time whistle. Old Trafford erupts as Manchester United head into the Champions League final. Not for the first time. It wasn't pretty. In fact, they played rather poor today, but Luigi stuck to a game plan. We said before that it probably won't be 0-0. Well, it was 0-0. But Man City hit the bar twice. They had 12 attempts. United just the 5. And man of the match today was David De Gea. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It will be Tottenham and Man United in the final. Another all-English affair there. But, I mean, look, it wasn't pretty, was it? But I had to do what I had to do today. Play defensive and hope and pray that Man City didn't really put away their chances. And they didn't. So, Sports Director has said there's an offer for Lindelof from Borussia Dortmund. We've been offered the manager at Chelsea. Interesting. As well. Obviously, the missions have been updated. We'll take a look at those. And we are taking on Liverpool in the next matchup. So we've got a nice boost there on the salary budget. So, I mean, technically, looking at this now, you could normally get a really good player for like 4 or 5 million on the old salary budget. So we could probably get 2 really good players in the summer if we stay at Manchester United. So we are into the final. I'm excited. I'm excited for the final because it hasn't been a good season and we need something to at least, you know, get us a trophy. So we've now got another mission of winning the Champions League. We've completed that one. Good to see. 42% on the trust fund. So we will have a look at the negotiations and all that in the next episode when we take on Liverpool in match day 37. There it is. Then we're going to have a bit of a break, a long break. Then we take on Bournemouth and then the final in the Champions League. So I'll probably obviously whack these two together. The Liverpool and Bournemouth one will be just one episode because at this stage, I'm not even worried about it. Got to go for broke now. Beat Tottenham in the final, and that is lovely jubbly. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't really do much in this episode, and we lost and we drew, but it's good enough to get us into the final. I'll take it. Hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll be back shortly. Till next time, take care.